Okay, here we are at Backyard Family Farm, and we are going to get ourselves ready to get the fields ready. So the first thing we need to do is measure. I've already gone on Google Maps and measured what I need to do, so now I'm going to take some string, some rope, and measure the field and plan out exactly where the garden's going. Here's the field. We're going to start doing rows. I found that when I made raised beds, that when I was doing them 4 foot width by 8 foot, they were just really hard for us to get into the middle of them. Maybe we're just not tall enough, I don't know. So I learned to make 3 foot by raised beds, and I'm going to do the same thing for our row crops here. I'm going to make 3 foot beds, 4 feet in between, so we have plenty of space to work. We have enough space here. It's easily a ½ acre, and we're going to get started, see how many rows we can do. Okay, here we are. I'm going to put 4 feet from our neighbor's fence. I'm going to start. I'm going to measure 3 feet for the bed. I really like this, super cheap at Harbor Freight. Great thing for measuring big distances. So we're going to measure 4 feet, and then we're going to walk 100 feet, put another stake, put a rope, and then we'll get out the BCS Tractor and give it a shot. Okay, now we've measured 100 feet. We're going to anchor the rope, and then we're just going to grab our rope, which is pretty close to 100 feet. So if it doesn't match, then, well, we have some problems. We're going to walk along our measurement, and
get my rope, Daddy.
we're going to walk along our measurement, and we are going to tie the rope. The rope gives us a guide. We're using a BCS walk behind. How about you step on that side, Ella, for me? We're going to use a BCS walk behind tractor, and they're incredibly easy to use, but still, it's good to have a guide of what you're going to, where you're going to go. Or you'll probably go a little bit wrong and have these crooked rows. We have a little nut. I'm going to fix that. Okay, here we go. We found that our rope is, well, they say it's 100 feet. So that means my measurement was a couple feet long. So we're going with the rope. We've made it straight. We've made sure that it's pretty flush with the property. And now we're going to get out the tractor. We're going to till this area and see how that works. While I'm walking to the building to get the tractor, I'm going to show you our roaming flock of Banty chickens. These were the first ones we got here. They're pretty much, they're pets. I am hoping that they will start giving us some eggs. They're old enough, but they, well, it's winter. This is their coop, and we have 14 of them, and we let them roam around the garden pretty much anywhere. They're fun, and hopefully we'll get some eggs soon. We're going to take some of the roosters. We have 6 roosters, 8 hens. This is their little roosting patch, so they would see, if you can see right here, there's these sticks. We needed somewhere because they kept going on our porch. And come over here, buddy. That became a problem for us. A lot of chickens, a lot of porch, a lot of mess. We didn't want the mess. So we dragged a small little tree that had died that I had cut down, pruned some of the little branches off. Now they have a nice place to roost. I think the kids have decorated it with some moss there, and they like it. So we're going to take 3 of the roosters. We are going to put those guys with our new flock that's coming in a couple weeks. We're going to see what we can do for some egg production. And then we'll keep 3 roosters, even though it's a kind of high number generally. You want about 1 rooster per 12 hens. We're going to go with 3 roosters because these guys wander around. And I'm new to chickens, but what I've noticed is the roosters keep them pretty well in line, pretty well protected. And since there are dogs, foxes, and all sorts of stuff in the woods here, better to have a few extra roosters to keep the hens safe. Storm's coming. Looks like it's going to be an ice storm, but it looks like they've come out, at least some of the roosters, see? Much more bold than the hens. They've come out to say hi, look for some scraps and food, And I got to get the keys for the tractor. I forgot those. Still learning everything around here. As I've said, we came from the city. We don't really know everything yet. So we're gonna learn together. Okay, we brought the tractor over here. And it's a BCS 739. It is probably, it's a mid-range. It should do most things without being too hard to handle. What I just did is I lined it up with our rope. And I'm gonna now plow it in the lowest gear we have. We have 3 speeds on here, if you can see. I am in gear 1. And we're gonna engage the tiller and start plowing. All right, perhaps you can see here, there's a straightish line where we plowed. You can see we're gonna have to make a couple more passes, but it is a very good start. We'll take a film of the next pass, and when we make, and then a couple more, and I think we will have 1 bed done. Turning around, we're gonna make the second pass. I'm just putting my weight on the handlebars, and I'm kind of following the line I already made. Okay, well, we've done 1 pass to make a full width that's about 3 feet. So you can already see it looks pretty good. I'm going to go a couple more times and really get that soil. As I mentioned earlier, the rain has started. We have an ice storm coming in, which means freezing temperatures down into that dirt. After you've prepared it, water expands. It's actually going to break down that soil inside even more. So if you can get plowing done before cold weather and ice, you're way ahead of the game, because God's good design is going to do some of the work for you. Dirt. It's like magic, huh? Okay, I'm gonna get the kids in, we're gonna eat. But I wanna show what happened. This is now 2 passes. That first one you could see. Daddy, I was sticky. Good, buddy. You could see that it was still a lot of grass in there. Now it looks really, really, really nice. So again, I've been doing it all in the first gear. I'm gonna take a couple more passes in a higher gear just to make it nice. But that is after lunch. So you can see this has made what would have been a lot of work really, really, really quick. I'm gonna now just move these stakes and measure 4 feet. I want 4 feet in between each bed. It just gives a lot of room for us to work, to kneel down. So I think that'll give us just the space we're looking for. We could even get a car around here if we needed to load manure up. So I think that'll be pretty good. We'll just measure it here. Okay, I have measured out 4 feet and 3 feet here. We're gonna do one more row. It's getting chilly. I'm gonna go inside, put the tractor away. Okay, here we go. We have made 2 rows, 100 feet by 3 feet. I cut a little bit more into that 4 feet because we just don't necessarily have to use it. But, you know, we don't have to use, we'll just use 3 feet of those rows, and whatever I've already tilled, it'll just turn back into packed dirt as we're walking on it. But better to have all the space that we need in order to plant. Now we're just going to let the storm come in, water it, do its thing, and we're going to put the tractor away and pack up for the day. Thanks for watching Backyard Family Farm. Bye.